The rapper serving time for shooting Megan Thee Stallion is in stable condition tonight after allegedly being stabbed by another inmate in the prison yard in California. Sources say Tory Lanez was rushed to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. He's serving that 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion as they left an LA party back in July 2020. Priya Sridhar is joining us now. I mean, people know Tory Lanez. What happened here?
Hey, Holly, that's right. Well, we don't have a lot of information about this just yet, but what we do know from the spokesperson for that California Correctional Institute is that this attack occurred at around 7:20 this morning. They didn't give further information about exactly how Tory Lanez was stabbed or what the potential motivation could be or where he was stabbed, but they did say that staff immediately rendered medical aid. He was transported to a local hospital, and he is suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. However, several other media outlets, including the Los Angeles Times, are reporting that this was another inmate who used a shank to stab him several times. Now, just to jog your memory about what he was exactly doing in jail in the first place, as you mentioned, he is serving a 10-year sentence. He was convicted back in December of 2022 on 3 different felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Now, this all stems from an incident back in July of 2020 when Megan Thee Stallion actually testified at the trial that he, after they were departing a party at Kylie Jenner's house, they were walking towards an SUV that they should have been riding back together in, when he apparently shot at her feet and told her to dance in the driveway. Now, since then, the rapper has attempted to appeal for another trial. He hasn't been successful in those attempts, but actually earlier this year, Hallie, Megan Thee Stallion said that he was using surrogates to harass her from jail, and a judge actually issued a protective order for her until the year.
I gotta pause that. They say he shot her in the foot and told her to dance. Nah. I ain't never seen no torture like no type. Well, ain't nobody doing that shit, man. You shoot somebody in the foot and tell them to dance. Make no goddamn sense.
2030, Hallie.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
We finna go deep into this shit. We finna free Tory Lanez, goddammit. See what the fuck going on, man. Why the man got stabbed up like that? See what the fuck going on.
It's day 1 of the celebrity trial gripping much of the nation.
All right, welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. Let's turn our attention to new developments involving Tory Lanez after a stabbing at a California prison. We do know the alleged attacker. More information here. This courtesy of TMZ, saying the guy who allegedly attacked and stabbed Tory Lanez in prison is serving a life sentence for a murder charge, and this wasn't his first violent incident behind bars. The alleged attacker was identified by authorities as 42-year-old Santino Casio. Prison officials say he's serving a life sentence for second-degree murder and was previously convicted for in-prison assault with a deadly weapon. So we're following the latest here on Live Now from Fox, and we're also learning more information about new evidence being brought forward in this case involving Tory Lanez. And we watched it here on Thursday or on Wednesday as the legal team sought justice in the case of Tory Lanez. They presented new evidence that suggests he never fired the weapon the night Megan Thee Stallion was shot in the Hollywood Hills. Lanez is currently serving a 10-year sentence for the shooting. The legal team alleges she lied about what happened the night she was lost. So let's take you right now out to some of these details here on Live Now from Fox from Los Angeles earlier on today about this new evidence being presented. We'll see if it has any legs in the courts. Let's listen into this here on Live Now.
Here, some really, really compelling new evidence that you've never heard before. Our legal team will explain all of that to you. We will have updates on Tory Lanez, Mr. Peterson, on how he's doing. It's really sad to see the situation that he's in. And we think it's time, enough is enough. It's time to bring the brother home. So with that, I would like to bring up our lead consultant.
All jokes aside, man. Yeah, man. Free Tory Lanez. That shit is not cool. Like, wish jail on nobody, worst enemy, ex-girlfriend, none of that. Motherfucking jail is for nobody. And you lock your own people up, you a fucked up motherfucker. Proceed. Back on to them.
Dr. Walter Roberts.
Good morning. We are here today to bring to your attention some information Unite the People believes is exculpatory in Mr. Daystar Peterson's case, professionally known as Tory Lanez. Recently, we've been made aware that a member of the media, Mr. Gianno Caldwell, was working on an op-ed for the New York Post regarding Mr. Peterson's innocence. During his work on that op-ed, he became aware of some information in Unite the People's possession regarding a statement that was given to Unite the People by someone with information relevant to that case. The New York Post recently reached out to the prior district attorney, George Gascon, Megan Pete and her representatives, and Kelsey Harris and her representatives. The only party that responded last week was Megan Pete's representatives with a request for more information. A few days later, Mr. Peterson's brutally attacked in his jail cell. Unite the People represents Daystar Peterson in his appellate process. We filed an appellate brief and a writ of habeas corpus on his behalf. The district attorney's office has already responded. The case is fully briefed. We're just waiting for the appellate court's decision. We were willing to wait for the appellate process to play out, but given that brutal, unprovoked attack, we felt it necessary to come here today to provide you with this information. It is our intention to make a request to the governor to either pardon or commute the sentence of Mr. Peterson, so that when he recovers from this attack, he's not returned to a jail cell, but that he's allowed to go home and recover. Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was a witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun.
On my mama.
This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2.
If you ain't hear what that man said, you dumb as fuck. If you don't understand what this man just said, you dumb as fuck. You slow. Swear to God on my mama. Proceed.
Been fighting. 2 men break up the fight. 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side. The passenger side is where Ms. Harris was sitting. This further iterates that Mr. Peterson did not shoot Miss Pete, did not shoot at Miss Pete, or did not assault Miss Pete. It's just another irregularity in a list of irregularities in this case. For example, there were 3 potential suspects in the car that night, and yet the only DNA sample was taken of Mr. Peterson, even though unknown DNA was found on the gun. Why wasn't Miss Harris's DNA taken? Or Was it taken and the information simply never given to the defense? Why wasn't the driver of the car, Mr. Jaquan Smith's DNA taken? Or was it taken and again, simply not given to the defense? We don't know. It should have been taken. It is Unite the People's understanding, regular LAPD practice at a crime scene like that, anybody who's there, the DNA is taken. Another irregularity. Why, at Ms. Harris's police interview, was a non-lawyer, non-family member record company executive allowed to participate?
Slow there.
Highly irregular situation. Normally, we see cases, strangers are not allowed in these things, but it was in this case. All of these things point to the highly irregular nature of his trial and his conviction. It is our contention that he was wrongly convicted. And while we at first were willing to let the process play out, it is our contention now that if he is not pardoned or released promptly, he may never come out. And that would be the ultimate injustice, is that he gets killed in prison for something he did not do. At this time, I'd like to bring up Mr. Gianno Caldwell, the media member who was working on that op-ed for the New York Post. Thank you.
Thank you, Walter. Good morning. Thank you for coming today. My name is Gianno Caldwell. That is spelled Gianno, Caldwell, Caldwell. I am the founder of the Caldwell Institute for Public Safety at caldwellinstitute.org. I am also a member of the press for almost...
I'm gonna let y'all watch that y'all self. We finna go on to another one. Cause, bro, Tory, man.
The evidence is everything. Inconclusive. And this what the said. He shot 6 times. If he was the one that shot this gun 6 times, there's no way DNA would not be on this gun. That's what the said. That's science. The other get up there and say, hey, listen, if I testify, will y'all give me immunity? Well, immunity is for a that can be charged with something.
Yep.
But when you don't know law and you just looking at it from where most are looking at it, you think Tory Lanez shot this, make it. Nah, homie, it's a reason why she asked for immunity. And it's a reason why his DNA ain't on the gun. It's a reason why now they saying, no, well, maybe he paid her not to say it. No, that DNA say everything.
Yeah, this case caused the whole divide between men and women. A lot of women stopped.
I told you, I think some hoes need to ask, whoop. No, I think some hoes should be.
I gotta pause this.
Man, it's a big kick.
I gotta pause this because y'all hoes did say, man, a lot of us saying don't give a fuck though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all almost forgot. Just almost slid by on this. Y'all almost got floated by on me on this one, but y'all, hey man, right is right, wrong is wrong, left is left, right is right. Blue is blue, red is red. Nigga try me like that, he gonna end up, alright.
Mine too. It's a that'll whoop me. Cause she caught me off on her. And if you jump in and say, get him out that headlock, she'll slap the shit out of you too. Nigga, get your ass. Now there's some women like that. And we say, wait, listen. And listen, have y'all heard her music? Have y'all heard Megan Thee Stallion music? Everybody knows, listen, Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody knows you a big old and you drag little bit like that. You get on top of them and you know how to squat and push that up with them big old thighs and them knees in with a little bit of one, you bouncing that big old up on them with that good, pushing it up on it. Ain't no like you crying no year later about no like that. No, listen. Yeah, man, listen. Ain't no you like you, dance like you, and as cocky as you ain't crying. Yeah, y'all with that plea. He should have kicked you right off in your, cause they say you like to drink and you like to fight. You one of them people that like you'll whoop everybody. Cause nobody whoop you. You was at the white girl party and you was showing out to go, don't try to get that man in trouble. Get him back to Canada where he can't come over here in the United States and make good music no more for us. You wrong. Everybody know you the kind of bitch don't cry. Yeah, now here it is a year later, you offered me $1 million. Only reason you crying now, because your old manager done this. I think Jay Prince fucking with you. Yeah, that's the only reason you crying. You ain't sad about that. Yeah, no, you ain't sad. Cause when you were trying to go get the restraining order, you wasn't crying. When y'all ran across each other at that meet, award ceremony, and you and your attorney went and tried to get them in trouble for violating the restraining order, and y'all both entertainment, you wasn't crying in. So don't get in front of no, and Gail is a riding hoe. Snoop Dogg should have never apologized to that. The way that you done on Kelly, y'all wrong in there. Fuck you too, Gail King. You ain't worth. You know that ain't shot that when foot that standing 5'11", 5'12" tall, and yeah, that be 5'12". And they shot that big old fine that can get on me and dance when she be. Man, you know how hard it is for a hoe to do that. Nah, that ain't crime. Y'all wrong. And I believe she been whooping on Tory Lanez. That's why he had to shoot that. He couldn't whoop. They know that they're shooting no. Y'all saw in the movie Harlem Nights. That could whoop that hoe. That's why he shot her. See, that old woman can fight. What was her name? Eloise? Man, please, she was knocking out. That's why they had to shoot her. Yeah, you gonna shoot me in the pinky toe? Yeah, party, you hit me again. Oh, I'm gonna shoot you in the belly. Oh no, get on me like that and I can't whoop you. That's what the old did. If an old couldn't whoop her, he shot her. So that nigga ain't done nothing wrong, big old tall. Listen to a lyric. I'm a big Listen to that whole lyric. That even Hubbin is aggressive. Way she talk about coming and done. Man, please, that hold on, man, please, you got to do her like that. See this, the problem is everybody getting in their goddamn business. Yeah, everybody know the rumor on Meg the Stallion is she like to get drunk. She'll whip your brains out, but she'll fight and hoe too. She'll whoop you if you ain't the kind of that break her jaw. So yeah, and she the kind of hoe and that'll start a fight with you and call the police and be doing y'all. She doing Tory Lanez. That little boy ain't done nothing wrong. Yeah, I really need to drop them charges, and it's obvious she lying. You want to cry 2 years later? You wasn't raped. Yeah, that's a victim's. Yeah, nah, man, shot in the foot ain't crying about nothing. No $1 million way. You been bouncing around, performing and having fun. All they gotta do is look at you.
He just went all the way in, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Let me know your take on this, man. That's that old Charleston for you, man. But we finna get back into this. I'm gonna show you something.
To the strip club. Why you think Megan Thee Stallion rap the way they rap? They doing what the niggas do. They acting like young girls. They shooters too now. So the women are the reflection of the guys because they're in competition. Yeah. And now because they're in competition with the women, that's why you see so many men they cross over and want to be women. They're in competition. And it's
I just seen maybe a few days ago that he made a post about it. He said he regret not taking a stand. I guess to get a chance to plead his innocence.
No, today he probably wished that he had took that stand, man. I'm not gonna lie, because he probably, I don't know. He ain't no street dude.
And so whatever in the case, do you think that would ultimately hurt him?
No. If you shoot me and I come to court and say you shot me, how you gonna dispute the victim? And it's a police report of me being shot. You can even be the wrong. I pointed you, nigga. What jury's gonna go against the victim?
True.
For the man that's being accused, and man, I didn't shoot. I promise I didn't shoot.
Now I'm not gonna lie, bro. Charleston White he got a point, bro, and he cooking, and a lot of y'all don't like that. But we gonna call a spade, bro. Basically telling you what it is.
Nobody's gonna go against the victim, homie.
Even I say just the court side of it, even with like the lack of evidence as far as like the DNA on the gun, who had the gun.
Well, here's the thing. All the people saying lack of evidence, that's not true. They had evidence. The evidence was just inconclusive or non-conclusive. But he had gunpowder on his hand. You can't get gunpowder on your hand just for holding a gun. How? Why that?
So what I think had went on, I think that Tory Lanez was trying to stop Kelsey from shooting it, and it went off. Boom. You get what I'm saying? And that's how the gunpowder got on his hand. If y'all think different, get in them comments.
There go your evidence. Not only that, you got the evidence of him shooting a gun. You also got a victim saying he shot me with that gun. With the hand. How you gonna go against that? That's 12 jurors. Now maybe 3 or 4 can say she's lying based on whatever bias or prejudice or whatever. But all 12 go say the victim lying? That's hard to do. Yeah, it's hard to do. But most people who are chiming in, they're chiming in, homie, they don't even know law. They don't even know what conclusive and inclusive mean. They just having opinions. The court has to present facts. Facts aren't always necessarily true. So we got facts, we got truth. The court don't want no truth. That's why your lawyer saying, man, I got this to say this is the truth. You got the prosecutor.
Planning meals got you stressed? Try Hungry Root. Shop healthy groceries and 4-ingredient 10-minute recipes that fit your life.
Prosecutor said, now I got.
Nah, I ain't gonna cap, man. He cooking over there, man. But I know y'all probably thought that it was done, but before we get any further in this video, man, I'm gonna need y'all to hit that like button, man. Let's get them likes up, man.
Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, they're currently in trial right now. There's no DNA from Tory Lanez on that magazine.
That's lying. I told you. Didn't I tell y'all she was lying? I ain't lied to y'all yet. Y'all done had to come back and play flashbacks. I done told y'all that they would go break gun on them. I told y'all Megan is known for whooping in bitch when she get drunk. She got kicked out of college party. Come to find out, she done Tory and that other that shot that hoe. That other girl killed that other hoe. I told y'all that, man. I told y'all that before all this came out. Man, that DNA evidence is everything. Inconclusive. And this is what they said. He shot 6 times. If he was the one that shot this gun 6 times, there's no way DNA would not be on this gun. That's what they said. True. That's science. The other get up there and say, hey, listen, if I testify, will y'all give me immunity? Well, immunity is for a man that can be charged with something.
Yeah. Yep.
But when you don't.
Now, he cooking, man. Y'all might want to pay attention, man.
No law, and you just looking at it from where most are looking at it, you think Tory Lanez shot this Megan. Nah, homie, it's a reason why she asked for immunity. And it's a reason why his DNA ain't on the gun. It's a reason why now they saying, no, well, maybe he paid her not to say it. No, that DNA say everything.
What did he got to pay
this
her
case
for?
caused a whole divide between men and women.
A
lot of women
I told you I think something that. No, I think some, and I think some should be. Man, it's a kick your mind too. It's a that'll whoop me. Because she caught me off on her. And if you jump in and say, get him out that headlock, she'll slap the shit out of you too. Get your, now, some women like that. So now, they want.
Y'all think Megan Thee Stallion doing all that, bro? I think she whooping people out and all that. She whooping her boyfriends and all that, man. The baby said she was. So I don't know, man.
Equal rights and equality, give it to them.
Megan recently said that her boyfriend, Party, is embarrassed by her sexual history. You know, because she allegedly slept with Ben Simmons too.
That's tough, yeah.
Ain't nobody embarrassed about that sexual history, the way she rap. Man, wear that whole rap and squat them knees and push that and that look to the front when she be doing that happy she a hoe. She talking about, you can't mad about that. Shit, he know she was a hoe. All you gotta do is listen to her lyric. And she'll feel look, ain't no mad about that. She'll tell her, call me.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that man is married. Tell her, come on here and get with nigga. Don't give a damn about her being no. He's talking about hug, hoe, kiss, and marry a hoe. Where we from?
That's true.
Tory Lanez, if he's not guilty, how do you think it's gonna play out? How do you think it's gonna play out if she was lying?
You can't man DNA over there. You can't go against that DNA, homie. Homie, when that man got on that stand, the case over with. This is the forensic guy saying for somebody to squeeze a gun 6 times and pull it, the gun will leave DNA. His DNA is not on his gun. And as a matter of fact, I want to say they said it was a woman's DNA. Something they said.
Yeah.
They said it was inconclusive.
So, being hip, man, they saying that Kelsey DNA was on it then. Look at today. You feel me? This was 2 years ago. So, man.
But it could possibly be a woman's DNA. Okay, now you got her saying immunity. Okay, man, there go my reasonable doubt. I have to be found guilty without a reasonable doubt. There go my reasonable doubt that already been created. So if we still talking about this shit, so y'all say, man, let's go have this shit drop. But it hurts women. It don't hurt men. It hurts women. It don't hurt men. Because on the flip side of that, you got the Christian chick in the blue face. The blue face is live black body. So when you start looking at domestic violence statistics, there are a lot of men who are being just as abused by violent, angry women who will hit you across your head and you got to defend yourself now and you in jail, she in jail, or you know, you doing this because she's aggressive and she's violent. Right. Well, when the police come and she holler, he did that, well, she done hit you first. So, man, everybody knows, well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's rumor to have it that, man, Megan Thee Stallion is a very violent woman and like to fight when she gets drunk. This is why she was asked to leave the party. So
man, I don't know, man. They saying that there's new evidence that came out, man. They say that boy Tory Lanez might be freed, man. They saying that the bodyguard came out and he basically saying that Tory Lanez wasn't the one that shot that gun. They saying it was Kelsey. So we're gonna be updated on that, man.
I already updated y'all on that, man. Tune in, man. Hey, man, and also go tune in to bro shit. Bro got some good videos. Steen K, man, fudge. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Dog, yeah. It motherfucking. Man, so everybody already know why they motherfucking got Tory. Swear to God on my mama. Everybody already know why they trying to do my dog like that, cause he broke the industry. Stop playing with him. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Oh, whoo! Woo! Yes! 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 What? Yes, nigga. Yes, I know you see it. Yes. Y'all gotta understand what's going on right now. If you don't understand it, you don't understand it. That's cool. It's not on me. It's not on me. At the start of this, I told you, I'm not gonna beg you to make this fucking money. Yes, nigga. You know what's crazy? I sat there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I sat there and I wondered for a long time, yo, how am I get back, bro? How am I get back right? They took every single avenue away from me. They took the playlisting away from me. They took every single thing they could take away from me. And you know what I said, bro? I sat there. I said, you know what? This isn't on me. This isn't a me thing no more. This isn't a Tory versus the world. This isn't that. You know what I did? I immediately went to praying. I immediately went to straight praying. The first thing I got praying, I said, God, show me a way. Show me a way. Just show me how I can get through here. Show me a way. Show me something that's different. Show me when the world is standing against me, show me a different way. And I prayed, I kept praying. And God told me he was going to bless me 1,000 times over. To the point one day I'm praying my nigga. And one day I'm all praying and it gets to this standpoint where I'm like, yo, it's like God just starts speaking through me and he's telling me, and I'm praying with my man E, and I'm like, and God's speaking through me, he's just like, y'all are about to step into something that you can't even fathom the blessings of. Like, you can't even fathom what this is about to be. You can't fathom what this is. And at the time, I didn't understand it because, you know, they was blocking me in every kind of way. And for a second, I said, I'm not going to question it. I'm just have my faith and I'm going to keep going. You know what I'm saying? And every time they try to stop me, I just kept praying. I just kept going. Y'all not understanding what's going on. Let me fully explain this to you. I told y'all, $1 for the NFTs, right? I sold these shits to my fans for $1. People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent $60, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand. One of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the fucking industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked this shit? I just cracked this whole shit. It's cracked. It's over. I cracked the whole shit. It's over. It's over. No more middleman. All y'all artists out there, fuck your label. Fuck the nigga that's telling you, yo, you gotta wait for this day on Spotify and on this. Fuck that. Nigga, it's over. Y'all gonna get paid. And your fans gonna get paid. And they gonna keep coming to you. Why? Because y'all making money together. This the digital trap house. Welcome, niggas. You're fucking welcome. We here. We here. You understand why I'm going so crazy? I can't believe I did this shit my fucking self. This may not make sense to niggas like y'all. Some of y'all niggas, it hasn't registered yet. It hasn't got there yet.
Right.
It hasn't got there. Y'all niggas like, yo, why is he screaming? Come on. Understand. Look into it. Do your research, nigga. This is revolutionary, nigga. This is history in the fucking making. It's niggas right now. I think the lowest copy right now is going for 30,000. The lowest you can sell it for. Imagine a nigga who bought 5. Imagine a nigga who spent $5. Imagine a nigga who really spent $5, my nigga. He can make 500,000 selling them bitches for 100,000 right now, and niggas are buying it, nigga. Have you niggas ever sold an album for 100,000? Yo, come on.
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small businesses easily.
The head and a woman neck. I still need to be guided by a woman. So regardless, it's like I don't feel like before y'all know the story, like learn the story first, learn the factual parts of the story first, and then come at me and be like, yo, you need to fix this and fix that if that's what you feel like I did. But instead I'm being torn down for a narrative that's like, now I'm the poster boy for I don't like black women. But anyways, let's get into this. I want to get into this because it's very important for me to just say this. I'm not here to bash this woman. I'm not here to come down on this woman. I'm not here to disrespect her or throw her under the bus. But it comes to a certain standpoint where I just can't let my character be assassinated for things that are not even really true. Like, and for falsified narratives and information. Let's start this off. When the original report came out, and it was a TMZ report about this, that, and the third, and there was gunshots in Kylie Jenner's house, and Tory Lanez goes to jail. They gave y'all all the facts of the juice of Tory Lanez going to jail, and this, that, and the third, and Megan getting arrested, and da-da-da-da. 2 days after that, I get a call from Rock Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't understand what the issue of me telling my fans, like, yo, look, it's not that serious of a deal. I went to jail for whatever this is. Like, I didn't get for that 2 days why that was an issue. 2 days later, the TMZ report come out. TMZ reports and have the surveillance now. Now they see the video of the arrest. You see Megan, you see me, and you see it's all sprawled out on the ground in bathing suits and blah, blah, blah. And everything I'm saying is public record. You can go back and look at this shit. You can go back and see it. Like, you feel me? So they say, oh, okay, you know, you see her out of the car. She's getting out of the car. She's hopping. It looks bad, bro. And I'm not gonna lie. Like, I felt bad watching it because it made her look bad, and it didn't make her look good. It didn't make any of us look good. And I didn't want that for her. I don't see that for anybody. So all of a sudden, when we get arrested, or when it looks like we all got arrested, the memes start. And I want to really bring you guys in for a second so you can understand something. And I really just want you to take this in. Like, she is a person I spent enough time with her to observe and understand something about her, where it's like, she's going through a lot. She goes through a lot, she deals with a lot on her day-to-day basis. And because of that, she's not used to, you know, and not even just because of that, but just because of the fact that she's been praised so much. We've always looked at her as like, yo, that's hip-hop sweetheart. Like, she's nice, she's talented, whatever the case is, cool. And because of that, like, we've never seen a moment where the memes have come at her, where the memes are like, yo, nigga, let's laugh at your pain. Ah, ha, 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 ha. She's never had to deal with that because she's always been praised. So everything that's been happening has been a reaction off of what's been going on. So it gets down to this point now where it's like, now the reports are starting to say, okay, well, everyone's pointing to different things. No one really knows what's happened, but nobody has ever said she got shot. Nobody has ever said she got shot. Not TMZ, not the police report at this point. Nothing is saying that she got shot. Soon as she sees herself on video with the bikini and the things like that, and it looks bad, she then comes out and says, yo, the narrative of me getting cut by glass, it's just not true. She doesn't point at nobody or anybody or say anything or anything like that. She just says the narrative that whatever came out of me being cut by glass is not true. I was shot in my feet with the intention to harm me and put harm and danger upon me, right? So, okay, cool. Like, all of a sudden, the affiliates of her circle start pointing, like, little subliminal fingers, like, count your days, and, like, I won't be around when he's shooting at feet, and, like, little funny things that they start doing. And I'm kind of like, damn, hold on, where are y'all about to take this? Because y'all told me not to make a statement, so I'm trying to figure out where y'all taking me to, I don't get it. So, then, at this point, she goes live because people are not really understanding the story or whatever case is. She waits. She doesn't go on, you know, a time when it's just a regular time. For y'all who don't understand, it was one of those things where me and her knew what was going on, but y'all didn't know what was going on. She went live on my birthday. And then she says, yo, you know, and the thing about the whole jury thing is like, my bad. She knew that it wasn't a situation where, like, she knew she had to do certain sympathetic things, I guess, to push the narrative, and I don't know who told her to do certain things like that, and I'm not the one who's trying to, like, ever point the finger at anybody. But when it really comes down to it, it's like, you went on live on your birthday, and then you said, on my birthday, and then you said, I got shot in my foot, and it didn't hit no bones or tendons. So everybody's looking at this, and again, the internet is a sick place. This is a place where people don't give a fuck about you. They do what they do, they antagonize, and they do what they do. You go in and you see you get shot in your foot, no bones or tendons. The internet goes into an outrage because some people are like, hold on, how you not get shot? How you get shot in your foot and it don't hit no bones or tendons? Like, whoever is watching this, like, if you need to go on Google and look at a foot anatomy of bones and skeletons and tendons, you realize there's like 30 bones in your feet and like 100 tendons, some crazy number like that, right? So she now gets to this place where the people are like, hold on, and again, the internet is sick. The internet starts coming at her and saying, yo, show your feet. Because we're seeing you at DJ Khaled's house and you're on your tippy toes, and then we're seeing that you're, you know, that you're here and there, and they're antagonizing her. They're brutally coming for her and not giving her, I guess, what it is that she needed. But it gets to this point where now she posts a picture of her foot. And she posts this picture of her foot. There's no exit wound. There's a lot of inconsistencies in the story. And she says under the post, you see, I got shot in the back of my foot because when I was walking away from the car, she says she puts this in capital letters. She says, I was walking away from the car and I got shot in the back of my foot. She doesn't ever show the other foot that she claims she got shot in. And I'm not trying to, again, I hate that this is coming off like I'm trying to come for her and whatever the case is, but this is what I'm having to endure and watch when I'm knowing certain facts. So it gets to, you know, it gets to this place where I'm just like, bro, like, this is not me, and I don't deserve this. Like, I don't deserve to have to go through this. Like, I never have been somebody who's had domestic cases. I've never hit no woman. I've never had abusive cases with no woman. You can't pull those type of facts up on me. I don't have those. So it's like, I just didn't understand why I'm going through this. So now it gets to this point where she posts this picture of her foot and everyone's seeing certain things and everyone's, you know, saying certain things about her foot, and some people think it's real, some people don't think it's real, and it gets to this place where some people are just not believing. So she posted a picture. There's no bullet tray. Where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? Like, this is what's going on. Like, where are they taking out the bullets for the pan? I don't understand. Like, where's the surgical? You're not in a surgical room. And anybody who knows, I mean, this is like, it clearly had to be the first day that you've taken this picture. So if this is the first day that you've taken this picture, it's like, where's all the evidence? Why are you not in a surgical room? First of all, you're not even allowed to take pictures in a surgical procedure. That is against the law. It doesn't matter if you're famous or not. So it gets to this point now where it's like, you know, she says, I was shot from behind, and, you know, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, and I was walking away. And she puts that, and then she deletes the post after. But that contradicts with the first post, because you said somebody came out to hit you with malicious harm and danger, to put you in harm and all this danger and all this stuff. How can you identify who's shooting at you if you're facing the other way? How can you even identify criminal or malicious intent if you're not seeing what's going on behind you? That doesn't even make sense. And so it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, yo, this is not right. Like, and I do see when people are getting at her, and there's times when I'm like, damn, like, do I help her, or do I speak up and say, yo, don't talk about her, whatever the case is, but if I do that, then it's like I'm coming off like I'm guilty. And then if I say something about having remorse, like I would like to, or saying something about certain things, it's like I come off like I'm guilty of something that I didn't do. So I had to be quiet on certain places. Now, I need y'all to really take this in and understand like how this works at this point. When all this starts happening, LA Times, okay, this is put in public information. LA Times puts out an article, and in the article they say, you know, this is the initial report. 2 sources close to the investigation said that she got cut by glass, and she said that she got cut by glass. So then it's like, people see that, okay, hold on, they're saying on the initial police report with Officer Santiago, whatever his name is, you can go look this up, this is on LA Times. That's when it gets to this point where it says, okay, yo, there's...
I used to spend over 12 hours a month on busy work, following up, client questionnaires, all.
They reported no gunfire wound in her foot. They just reported a woman with a foot injury. So you gotta understand, like, this is what's in their initial police report. Fuck all the Instagram, fuck the other shit. This is just what's in the police report. So you gotta understand, like, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, wow, I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, like, at the end of the day, like, maybe some people might see this, maybe some people might not. It gets to academics, it gets to academics, it gets to Hollywood Unlocked, it gets to certain places, right? And she comes out with this tweet that says, keep talking and I'm gonna stop sparing you. It's like, my love, I have not been on the internet for 3 months. I have not been on the internet for 3 months. And then 30 minutes later, she just goes on live, and it's like me telling you, yo, keep talking, my nigga, and I'm gonna slap you. And then I just slap you. It's like, you didn't do anything for me to slap you, I just slapped you. So it's like, who was talking to? Who are you saying to keep talking to? I don't understand. Whatever. It gets past this point. And it gets to a place where now she says, I'm gonna stop sparing you, whatever the case, she gets on live. Now, because it got on academics that there was no gunfire wound on the initial report, everyone starts going to her page. Again, she starts reacting to certain things. Now, I'm gonna say one thing. I'm not getting mad at her or whatever it is, because I understand that she is dealing with a lot. Like, when it comes down to, you gotta understand, she lost both of her parents, and I do sympathize with that. I lost my mother, and when I lost my mother, I realized one thing. When you lose a parent, you could be highly susceptible to people around you that are giving you parental guidance or things that feel like parental guidance, to believing that it is parental guidance, and you go with it. That's happened to me. I've been at that place where I've listened to a lot of people that led me down the wrong road because it felt like parental guidance that I should have been getting from my mother or my father that at that time wasn't around, or whatever the case is. So now it gets to this point now, whatever the case is, boom, she comes out and she goes, listen, you guys and, you know, all this extra shit, this nigga keep talking about me. And I'm over here watching this like, yo, what did I say? I didn't say nothing. I said nothing to you. It's nothing. This nigga keep talking about me, bro. And so, you know what? Now we just gonna do it. This nigga Tory shot me, bro. This nigga shot me. He shot me. She gets into it, she gets into it, she gets into it, she gets into it. This nigga shot me. She starts breaking down the story. And I want y'all to pay close attention to how she breaks down the story. Okay? Really pay close attention. She breaks down the story and she says, yo, I'm arguing. I'm in the car. I'm arguing with this nigga. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. We get into a heated argument. I'm tired of arguing with this nigga. I get out the car. This nigga get out the car and he starts shooting me. For no reason, he starts shooting me. So boom, then the cops pull us over and da-da-da-da. Hold on, let's take the first facts back to what she just said. So you mean to tell me that you're in a car with a person and this person is arguing with you? This person has gotten you to a place of like, yo, I don't even want to be around you. Like, I'm above this, I'm out of here. You get out of the car because the heated argument is so heated, and then this person gets out and shoots you in both of your feet, and you jump back in the car? Why would you jump back in the car with a dangerous man who just did a dangerous crime to you, who did this criminal intent to you, and all this? Why? Why would you jump back in the car? Well, yo, then the police pull us over, and I see, you know what I'm saying, we're all black in the car, there's a gun in the car, so I don't even want to be like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody to get in more trouble, and I'm trying to protect this man. I'm trying to protect this man because at the end of the day, it's niggas getting shot out here. She then throws the black card at me. I'm trying to protect this black man. My love, nobody ever reported that you got shot but you. So how are you trying to protect me? At what point were you trying to protect me? At what point? Like, you know I got a child, you know that these type of situations, even an accusation, is something that I can't even be playing with. I don't even play with my life like that. So why would that, that to me just doesn't make sense. Okay, cool. Yo, I lied to the cops, I lied to the doctors. Let me tell you why they saying there's glass in my feet though. Because I lied to the cops, I lied to the doctors, I lied to this, that, and the third. Ladies and gentlemen, I need us to really understand what she's saying here. You mean to tell me that these medical doctors that are in an ambulance that work on-site injuries 24/7 for all day, that have to know every type of on-site...
Hold on, I'm gonna say it before he said, because you a celebrity. You think they go not fairly check? Come on, man. Yeah, bet you got the best insurance. Come on, man.
Injury. The specifications on the type of on-site injuries, so they can treat it right. You mean to tell me you lied to these people and they just treated you for glass when you had a bullet in you? If that's what you're saying, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say they were dumb. You mean to tell me that the cops who were called for a gunshot in a Suburban or whatever the car was, found that same Suburban and found a gun in it, see you leaking, and didn't check you for bullet wounds? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say they were dumb. You then further said, yo, I'm at Cottonmouth like motherfuckers. You then say, oh, well, I was trying to protect this black man, so I never said nothing. I didn't want them to shoot me. I didn't want them to kill me. Okay, but when me and Kelsey and Quan were over there being questioned, you were in a stretcher. No one is going to shoot you in a stretcher. You had plenty of time to tell the cops that you were in danger. You had plenty of time. I'm not protecting somebody who just heinously shot me after a conversation that we just had. My mind is not on protecting you. I'm bleeding from my feet. I'm thinking about protecting my own life, and I'm in danger. Why would you not say that with 2 feet bleeding from 2 bullet holes? From what you're saying? I don't understand that.
Looking to hire? ZipRecruiter delivers candidates with the right skills and experience fast. So fast that 4 out of 5 employers.
And then there's this whole narrative of, you know, like, I didn't want to put this black man on you know, I didn't want to get him in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm protecting this man, and he keeps talking, and so now, you know, he keeps getting his media team to start doing certain things to make me look incredible and to smear me. And to make him look good, and to make it look like I'm not. Hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, have I been around in the last 3 months saying anything? Have you seen in the last 3 months one article that made me look good during this? One? Have you seen it? You haven't seen it nowhere. Because at the end of the day, my PR team is not out here playing with my jeopardy of my life and freedom. Y'all are doing this for the internet. This is my life. I'm the only person with the case. So at the end of the day, when you sit here, y'all, like, I'm not gonna jeopardize my son. Even if I know, regardless of what I know, it will come to light, and the truth will come to light. And no issue with that. I have no issue with that. But I need y'all to understand, like, I'm a human being, bro. Like, this shit hurts, bro. Seeing my friends, people that I had on quarantine radio, be people that were just like my real, like, at least people I thought were my friends, like people I thought were like cool people, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, everybody just shunned me. I showed everybody love at the top of the year. Everybody was on quarantine radio, hee hee ha ha ha. And the second y'all have an accusation, not even evidence, niggas just come bash me. I'm somebody who just, I don't get a say. Then I understand. Sometimes the way I move is unconventional, you know? And I came to a place where I was dealing with so much just talk and heat and just people coming at me that I made music because I was like, this is how I can speak through what I gotta do. This is how I can, we get so mad about artists making songs about the same thing, money, chains, and cars. So when a nigga comes out and says his true passion, puts his true heart, his emotions, the pain that he's dealing with his baby mother, his child, when a nigga goes and does that and pours his emotion to the tape, or what, he wrong? I'm wrong? I get shunned off. They took me off of every single playlist. They took me off of every playlist. They didn't want my story to come out. They didn't allow my story to come out because it came off insensitive. I want to speak on this. I don't ever want anybody to ever think that I've been insensitive to Breonna Taylor. I marched 9 days straight in Miami for her and George Floyd. I would never, bro, I've mourned this woman as well. And everyone said, listen, we're mourning a black woman today, and you dropped an album? How dare the disrespect? Guys, let's bring this back. That day that I dropped that album, my mom, that was her birthday. And that was also the day she died. So I was also mourning a black woman, my mother. That meant a lot to me. My name is Daystar. I'm her youngest son. That meant a lot to me. And all I was doing was giving a truthful album about what I'm going through. And I thought that people were going to be able to hear it and feel me. But they didn't do that. And I don't expect, you know, everyone to just jump into my side because at the end of the day,
That's it. That's it. That's all, man. Yeah, Spill TV, you know, man. We been get up out of here, man. Free Tory Lanez, man. Fucked up what they did to dog, you know, man. Dog, man. Just trying to make music sound like he in a fucked up situation, man. Sound like Meg in a fucked up situation. It's bad, man, to see our people like this. It's bad to see our people like this. Gots to get right, but Real Spill TV, man. It's another reaction.